Alrighty, welcome back to Gran Turismo 4. Today we are continuing 1,000 miles. We are doing race 2, which is Paris. Alright, now before we begin, I would like to go into settings. I'm going to disable the turbo and supercharger, see if that makes the where is it? Oh, we don't have any turbo equipped. Wait, we don't have a supercharger equipped? Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, we can't do supercharger plus ENA, I guess. Huh. Alright then. So never mind. Also, I looked off screen to see if I could equip different tires, and I can't even do that for this car, so. Yo, Razorism, what's up? Yeah, not much. We're just starting race 2 of 1,000 miles. Alright, let's begin. 95 laps, but 1.8 miles, so it's less than 1/6 of the total lap distance of Nürburgring. Although we do have to slow down a lot for the turns. So this obviously won't be a challenge to actually win. It'll just take a while to actually get it. Wrong turn, damn it. Okay, so 1 minute 45 for that one lap. And this lap will probably be better because our back tires are warmed up. So yeah, this won't, despite needing to do 95 laps, this won't take as long as the Nürburgring one because it's not a very long track. Front tires trying to survive. Well, they are doing worse than they were in race 1. This car is still a fatty. And I did get the lightweight upgrades too, and it's still fat. That's about back tires are enjoying the race. 360 version Nosferatu is easier. Threw you off the platform a couple times. I wouldn't know. I haven't tried the fight on the 360 version because that probably will get me an achievement. Yeah. I will say, at least in this race, all of my tires seem to be kind of wearing out at the same rate. And even if they weren't, I could adjust accordingly. As one positive I can definitely say about this game over GT3 and 2 is that you can just adjust tires accordingly if you've purchased them. Even though for the F1 tournament you probably want to go for hard tires, just because you can't be making pit stops all the time. Ditto to endurance races, especially the 24-hour Le Mans and Nürburgring tournament or events. What was the fastest car I have? Chevrolet race car. I think it's the CR5 at like 960 horsepower. And I did oil change it. Because oil change, as soon as you get a new car, no matter if it's a reward or one that you buy from the store, if you get an oil change immediately, it gives you like a 50... Well, it's like a 5% horsepower boost. Yeah, that thing's like 900 horsepower, 950, something like that. I like this track. I like this track now that I don't have to do the driving mission for it. But it is a pretty enjoyable racetrack, in my opinion. You know, I think I could... When I make a pit stop, I think I can actually switch my front tires to soft. Which car do I think would have the best acceleration in this game? That would be either the Suzuki. We call the Escudo Pikes Peak the Suzuki because it's the most famous Suzuki in the history of this game. Not this Gran Turismo specifically, just Gran Turismo period. Or the Toyota GT1 race car. Both have ridiculous top speed and acceleration. And in GT3, both cars can be used to do the infinite acceleration glitch, which, if you do it on console, causes the game to crash. It's also known as the wheelie glitch, where if you do it on test course, if you set up the tunings correct, your car will pop a wheelie and go upwards of over 1,000 miles an hour. And that's no exaggeration. We don't need to refuel. Okay. So, we'll make our pit stop, of course. Alright. Now, ideally, you would make pit stops when your tires are orange. I couldn't do that in the previous race because it's Nürburgring, and I'm not making pit stops every single lap. So, if this is any indication, it looks like I'll want to refuel every 25 to 27 laps. Like, fully. When completely 1,000 miles, do you get a car or an insane amount of money? You do unlock a car. I don't know what you get or not unlock, but you get a car. I don't know what it is offhand. And when you win the tournament, I could even skip the last race in the tournament, but for the sake of completion, I am gonna do the last one anyway. You get 300,000 credits as a winning prize, which is nice, but I don't really care that much, because I can win just about that much money in less than 10 minutes in this game. Because there's a repeatable event that you can do. You win 2 races and you unlock a vehicle you could sell for 265,000 credits. Rinse, repeat. Yeah, 300,000 credits for doing 3 or 4 races that take 2.5 to 3.5 hours a pop. And you get 150,000 credits for winning each individual race. But I still like my repeatable event car, prize car that you sell for 265,000 to pop. And that vehicle is also a good vehicle to sequence break, because it has 425 horsepower or so. Yeah, car drifts because it's heavy. And I want to say the weight distribution is not too good on this. Find any stars in Lava Bay? No, I just recorded the old sand slide, got the wing cap. obviously, because I can't get to the metal cap course without it. And I just went to the safest platform I could find, and then ended the segment. Next segment, I'll go on a star hunt there. Well, actually, I'll get the metal cap first. The switch. License missions, easy or difficult. Some of them took a little bit of trial and error, but they overall aren't that bad. Gran Turismo 3's S8 license was by far more difficult than anything in this game. Like, I had to learn the R2 exploit, which let's see if that even works in this game. Okay, so me holding R2 keeps you in the gear that you're in, and the vehicle you use has terrible, terrible settings. So you just spin around all over the place, and hitting a wall causes you to fail if you hit it too hard. Like, that would probably fail me the test. That little bump I did there. And you have to do Monaco pretty quickly. I think you have to do it in under 135. But yeah, holding R2 to maintain your gear causes your car to be a lot more stable when you're making tight corners. I think I can do 1 or 2 more laps, and then I'm going to have to pit again. Remember the Dodge Viper mission? What, in this game or in 3? Like, I showed them all on stream. But yeah, I remember it. Ah, the GT4 one. Yeah, I remember it. I've seen worse. Right, let's see if I can do one more lap, actually, without pitting. Although that back right tire is, and it's looking a little too hot. I would say it's not looking hot, but that's actually false. What will be the best car with the best design, whether vinyl wrap or bodywork? I have a soft spot for the 787B's design. Alright, pit stop. We're not refueling. Not yet. We'll make like 2 cycles like this before we refuel. We'll have to refuel though at some point for sure. You know what? I'm going to test something here. I don't think... Okay. I don't think that this is the case, but I want to see if nitrous does refill over time, because nobody has said whether or not yes or no. I'm going to assume the answer is no, though. 30 minutes and almost 20 laps is good, you guess. Yeah, I don't know what's actually quote-unquote good or not for this. Like, keep in mind, I'm not going to be using the 787B or the Toyota 1 race car or anything like that, or any of the F1 cars, which I guess there's only one. I've heard that's an unlockable for doing 24 hours of Nürburgring. Which, by the way, whenever I stream that, I am not streaming all 24 hours of that. Fuck that. I'll stream like 2 or 3 and then call it a day. And then do the rest off screen. I actually have the 787B as a Hot Wheels. The original orange design. Nice. Get out of the way. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, so my back tires are getting orange again, and their grip is pretty bad. when it gets to that point. Despite that, I'm going to make them go one more lap. Yeah, back tires will always die faster than the front on this car, I think. Unless fine-tuning different things helps with that. Which I don't know. I've not tested that. So, unless the AI doesn't have to worry about tire wear, I'm guessing the AI only makes pit stops for refueling purposes. No fuel. After the room you need the plate is Alexia. No, you still got a bit before you fight Alexia. I assume you're asking Chris's section particularly. But no, you got a bit before you fight Alexia. Though at that point you can use the mixture to get the halberd. Possible to access the room with the gas later. What room with the gas? You mean the BOW rounds? Or are you referring to a different room? If you're referring to the BOW rounds, then no. Which car do I hate the most? That's a good one. I remember in this game I don't generally hate using a lot of vehicles. That room you do in the B1 elevator. Go to in the B1 elevator. In the... Oh, you mean where you go through... The room you run through is Steve? If that's the one you're referring to, then yeah, you have to go through there to get a chemical mixture. Actually, no, wait. That doesn't have... Oh, yeah, that is accessible through an elevator. The double machine gun useful? Yeah, it's pretty useful for dispatching hunters if they're a decent distance away, which a good number of them are. So I would absolutely recommend picking them up. And I do assume you mean the actual double submachine gun, not the MP hundreds. Remember the yellow bird mission in Nürburgring? The only mission I remember specifically is the driving the mission, the driving mission one, which I only tried once. Is the yellow bird one the pace car one? If that's the one you're referring to, yeah, I very much remember that one. It was terrible. Also, it's a new lap record. You're probably just hearing the buttons. This thing does have quite a loud clack to when I let go of buttons. Well, that might mean my microphone might be set a little too high. So we're almost out of gas. I'll have to refuel here at the next pit stop. You killed the worm. Thought the guy would give me something important. He gives you the lighter that you can use to get the submachine guns. That's pretty useful. And also, I mean, not that you'll be doing this. You do need to do that in order to get an A rating. He's playing Resident Evil Code Veronica. Which I streamed 3 days ago, and I'll be streaming that again next Tuesday. I'll be wrapping that up. Need to be at full health to knife Nosferatu. I don't think the amount of health you have has anything to do with it. Because I'm pretty sure knifing his weak spot, if you can get it, takes an absolute metric ton of health away. The TAS, I actually watched a TAS of it the other day, and it uses the knife, and it kills Nosferatu in like 3 seconds with the knife. Maybe 2 more laps won't hurt. Maybe. But I'm also concerned about my fuel, because it's pretty low. Hit all 7 shots in the weak point, he'll die. It actually takes 4 with the sniper rifle. Although if you use other weapons, it also lowers his health quite a bit. One of the retro achievements ones is do the fight no damage without using the sniper rifle. And I want to say without using the knife also. Actually, yeah, I'd say you'd have to not use the knife, because that achievement was called social distancing. Which is not a particularly tall order. You can just use the custom handgun, i.e. the 3-round one with Claire. And I'll be honest as well, like, in both the run I did for YouTube and my practice run, I could have killed way more enemies than I did. Like, you can actually kill a lot of enemies in that game. But you do have to also know where you're going. we're definitely refueling. We have no choice. Alright, we're good on gas. Let's just go. I can refuel the rest of the way on the next pit stop if I want to, which actually I think I will. Miracle I didn't crash into the wall. Yeah, I've gotten better. I've gotten decent at not crashing into that wall due to the driving mission. Hate so far is from driving mission 14. Oh god. The one in Seattle. Yeah, that one's yeah, that one is terrible actually. I think you're driving a bus. Yeah, it feels like it. Actually, no, it feels more like... For those of you who played Simpsons Hit and Run, when you go into Bart's first stage, you can drive the remnants of the old remnant of the old monorail car. Yeah, the Mission 14 car drives like the monorail from that game. Because it barely turns at all. Mission was a... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that one is a real nightmare for sure. The New York car is also terrible. Yeah. And that one turns a little bit. Not much, but it does turn a little bit. That reminds me. I still have to improve my time on that by about 3 to 5 seconds. If I can, I'll have that one done. But I've been practicing Code Veronica myself, so... Oh, and by the way, the fact that my nitrous has not refilled, that probably means that it doesn't refill. Because I haven't touched it in a while. Which I kind of expected, to be fair. So it's not particularly useful for long races. And just bump the other car out of the way. Sometimes the R2 trick can help. Oh, in what, in New York or in Seattle? It's been a while since I played any of the Burnout games. Possible to play GT4 in Spanish? Yeah, actually, I don't know if this version has a language selector. I think it does. But if not, there's definitely different regions of the game that would have it in that language, or any language. But I'm pretty sure this game just does have a language selection. We can check that once We can check that once we're done with this race, because as you can see, I can't really select anything from the race menu. Okay. Alright, see you around. Thanks for stopping in. Ah. I have to use that. Hi there, Sky is Calm. Good to see you here today. So alright, next time I get to the pit area, I'll need to make a pit stop. These are kind of dead at the moment. Specifically that back right one. Yeah, I've been playing GT4 over the past few weeks. I need to actually... Okay, we'll refuel. Alright, that's good enough for now. In 1K miles event. Yep. Yep. Race 2, as should be on the title, but yeah, Race 2. Almost there. In his last few laps. Look at the upper left. I'm only halfway there for this race. There we go. Too bad since they're not the missions. Yeah. Yeah, this would be a pretty terrible time if this were the driving missions, but yeah, thankfully we are not doing that anymore. I've not done them all, but I'm not showing them anymore for on stream. Imagine the mental anguish they've caused. Yeah, they're pretty bad so far. Not all of them, but enough of them. I still have quite a few of them left to even do. Your luck that the tires and gas didn't get worse. Both wear out as the race goes on. It might not look like they're getting worse, but they do gradually get worse. Does the gas last for a while and tires a few laps? Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I'll be refueling a little... I'll be refueling a little bit when I make the next pit stop, which will probably be in about a lap or two, maybe 3. Are you using... Yeah, that is a good guess. It is, in fact, the Mercury Cougar 67. The very one that you get for completing the S license. The S license test. Is this a new lap record? Oh, not quite. I really wanted that to be a new lap record. All that's left is pray I get a new record. Yeah, more or less. I could also try doing this better. I do have nitrous I could use, but like it's not that important. Not like I'm going for world record here. I think I could do one more lap with these tires. The only reason I even brought it up is so I could yell, "It's a new lap record," like the announcer in Star Wars Racer. Chat was tough. Yeah, we were mentioning yeah, we were mentioning some of the driving missions. We didn't bring up the obvious Nürburgring because that one's obviously really difficult. Yeah. Yeah, I think Mission 14 is paying for everybody. And, yeah, I went too fast there, obviously. Oh, oh. It's a new lap record. I don't think that one's getting beaten. Oh. Missions and achieving record time. I'm like half focused on it at the moment. Like, before doing them, I'm like, yeah, I'll do them all. But then actually doing them, like, I was grinding New York for a bit. Which, that one's, 11. I could definitely get a new record time if I use the nitrous. But, it's sort of a whatever for me at this point. Wait, maybe. It's a new lap record! I definitely hit the nitrous there. Alright, now we're probably not getting beaten anytime soon. Though I did have to squeeze the nitrous out for that one. Well, it's definitely not going to be this night. Want to play Star Wars Racer. I have been, like, for a long time, I've been wanting to see how bad it is to try and beat Star Wars Racer in first person. And to be fair, that game's always fun to play. Like, I was working on actually trying to get, like, competitive good at the game, but, I'm just not good enough at it. Oh, shit. What's he on? Whoa. Am I tired? I just woke up. Like, I woke up, fired this up, and started playing, more or less. Yeah, my sleep schedule's a wreck because I work overnights. So I basically sleep whenever the hell I can. Like, recently I've been practicing Code Veronica from the hours of, like, anywhere between 11 p.m. to, like, 6 a.m. My high school sleep schedule is way too messed up to be functional. Yeah, understandable. First person harder. Oh yeah, and Star Wars Racer, yeah, it's harder. And also, have fun with the motion sickness. I mean, just imagine this, but at 6 times the speed. And when you crash, you start spinning. Yeah. The times where you stay awake till 6 in the morning, but you don't sleep from... Well, presumably you don't sleep from, like, let's say 4 or 5 in the afternoon until 10 at night. Presumably. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, that feel free to tell me. See, I take naps through the day. I just kind of sleep whenever. Some weeks I have plenty of energy and I can just do a normal person's sleep schedule. Other weeks, not so much. This is one of those not so much weeks. But it happens with me. Sometimes I'll... Like, if I want to practice at some game, in this case Code Veronica, I'll be hyper fixated on that. Like, last weekend I was playing like half the game in one sitting just to practice it for my live stream this past Tuesday. Alright, I gotta make a pit stop because these tires are about dead. The back ones. Oops, doodles. Yeah, this is fine. Playing first person might be a bit annoying. For experienced players, it'll be easy. Oh, for Star Wars Racer? No, everyone plays in third person. No one plays the game in first person. Generally, I play driving/racing games in first person, too. Seems to slide when taking corners. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. That's because A, it's real heavy on the back, it seems, and two, I'm using sports tires, not racing tires. I'm not using racing tires because I can't. If this event allowed me to, then believe me, I'd be using like racing hard and in the back and like racing medium in the front. Out of the way. Can't do that in the driving missions. Well, you kinda can if you hit them from the back of your car. But even then, you gotta be careful. Otherwise, you incur the 5-second penalty. And that sucks. Or slowly on missions is sometimes crash into other cars to gain an advantage, even though you gain the 5-second penalty. Yeah. Yeah. Like, in my experience, depending on the mission, like, I found that that's usually not even worth doing. I mean, sometimes it is, of course. But 5 seconds at 50 miles an hour is, it is not the best. Chance I'll break another record. Not with the way I'm driving. Now it's 25 laps to go. Bam. Completed a certain championship and you got an NXX race car as a gift. I don't know if that's good or not. Something good or bad. The car. I don't know if the car is good or not. I assume it would be, because it's a race car. Okay, and that's the last refuel we'll need to do for the race. complete the race without a pit stop. I'll need to. I'll want to fix the tires. Because having no grip is not fun. But I don't need to refuel anymore. I definitely don't need any more fuel for the rest of the race. Doesn't have a grip. It would be annoying if the car went out of control. Yeah. Yeah, precisely. Also, I'd have to brake way in advance. To be able to make any sort of turn. Seems like a car punched you see if you're having to go. Okay, so we have what do we have? 20 laps to go, not including this one. Okay, so about another half hour, give or take. Hold up a little longer. Well, there's no hope about it. It's just a set amount of laps. Well, time, I should say. Yeah, if they're green, they're fine. It's already orange. You'd have to go and change them or risk it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. mean, I have been going up to red just to reduce the number of pit stops, but I don't think I'm going to be reducing the number of pit stops anymore because like we're on lap 77 now. And like I can go another lap or two with these tires for sure. So either way, I'll need to make a pit stop every 8 laps. $18 laps, yeah. 78, 9, 80. That's 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 13. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18. I could even completely cheap this out and use the AI driver, Bob, for the rest of the race. Which I did last time in Nürburgring, but that was because I was eating dinner. And also I had to go to the bathroom, so let him deal with it. Although I, of course, took off my headset and muted the microphone during both of those instances. Tires are always fighting for their lives because these are low quality tires. They have acceptable durability, but they're still low quality tires. Is it possible to use a different grip tire that has better grip and more durable? Not for the back tires. I'm already on sports hard. The front tires, I can go up to soft. But then I think my front tires would wear out faster than my back tires for this race. And this car, I can't purchase the economy tires, whatever they're called. So, yeah, so what I have here is probably the most durable option. racing tires are prohibited for this event. Otherwise, I would have hard racing tires, no fuel. I would have hard racing tires in the back and like medium in the front. Other types of tires a bit expensive. Yeah, the super soft racing tires are like 47,000 credits. The hard tires are like 9,500. Basically, the better performance the tires have, the more expensive they are. Which you definitely do need super soft tires for some of the manufacturer races. Opel Speedster. All amount of money for simple tires, yeah. Although, once you get the one money earning method unlocked, it's irrelevant. On the bright side, you want to change your tires? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I only need to do it one more time. And then next week will be Monaco. Or as this game calls it, Côte d'Azur. I think... Isn't it 99 laps? I think it is. Yeah. 7. It's 95 laps in total, not 90. No, no, there's no chance that I'll lose. The only way I'll lose is if I stop and go AFK. And I have to go AFK for a while. Hear cars passing by. I'm not hearing that right now. Although I do live right on the main street in my town, and I definitely do hear them passing by when they do, and when they're fucking loud as hell. To be fair, though, unless it's actually loud, I've been able to just sort of tune it out, so I don't hear it anymore. I'm starting to suck. Like, really bad now. Sounds like a race car. Yeah, I did upgrade it to be comparable to one at like 600 horsepower. Alright, last pit stop. No fuel. Actually 6 laps left. This one is 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're down to 5 laps. Okay, I was hoping I could. I was hoping I could smash into the back of that car. Let's go. Brake check. I mean, now I'm just goofing off. Not even trying. It's not like there's any possibility of defeat. You know, I'm 9 laps ahead of second place. The only way, as I said, the only way they can possibly win is if I go AFK for a very long time. Or unless my electric company decides to fuck me over and play with the goddamn switches, which they love doing, just to fuck people over. Or ending. Oh yeah, look, if you could change language. Yes. Yes, I do need to check that out. Thank you for the reminder. Zoro as massive as possible. Yeah, he did. Also, last lap. This is the shortest race of the championship. That doesn't surprise me, because Monaco is slower and harder. Also, I think there's 99 laps of it. Le Mans has 35 laps, but it's a very long track. Though, most of it is a straightaway. So prior to starting this event, this car had like 70 miles on it. Now it's up to 555. And this is the shortest race of the tournament. So I'm thinking we're going to hit over 1,000 miles in this event. Well, tournament. I am a little curious if... okay, well... The Nissan is 17 laps behind. Oh. Do we not even see? Okay, we might not even see how many laps I was ahead of everybody else. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, we don't need to watch the replay. The 2.5-hour replay. Alright, let us exit. Actually, let's go to options. That's good. Not for the amount of time it takes. I mean, it's free money, but still. Oh, I could turn that off. Nice. I'll just do that then. Always, yeah. Mile... Really? I can't change the... Wait, I can't change the language? That's... bizarre. I thought for sure you'd be able to. Huh. Okay. Well, apparently you can't. Unless it's a different... Unless you can go to a different menu for that. Alright, well, I'll exit this. I'll resume on race 3 next time I fire up the game. And I can't really do anything else. I don't even know if I could do driving missions. Alright, let's save. This is just... Yeah, this is just the same. Huh. Well... I just want to check. Can I actually do driving missions? Oh, okay. No, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I can't do anything until I'm done with that. Oh, I can't even access the jukebox. Alright. Well, I got nothing else for this, so... we are done for today. So, on this note, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week for more of this. And we'll finish off the last of that event. I think probably Wednesday and Friday. Thursday is Thanksgiving in the US, so farewell.